Yep, name's Justin Gill. I own Abode New Homes in Darwin, director of the company there, and we're a residential home builder. Yeah, well look, we've been using on-site since about 2008, when it was in its early stages and involved with it. So, and look, for us it's a very powerful tool in the company. Oh, look, it's changed dramatically, and all in a positive way. We used things like defects, we now cover off really well. We've got a really in-depth checklist system right throughout, so our quality control side of things is very close. Just evolved in many different ways. Probably the powerful thing with it is a search engine and being able to screen and visualise everything that's going on. I can look at any job and see whether the supervisor's doing the right thing, whether things are booked in, or whether they're actually just using it in a reaction mode rather than being proactive with it. So you can visually analyse what's happening in all areas of the business as far as workflow goes, which is really powerful because you can then start to pick up holes in the system where staff might need help to help them improve, or whether they're not doing the right thing, and same with contractors too. So you can start to read patterns very easily from it, which is very, as a management tool, very handy. Yeah, look, support from Companion itself is fantastic. If there's something you need, it's on the phone, and they're almost instantly onto it. So that side of it's fantastic. The user group itself is really good because you've got a mix of different builders and different users from different areas. So everyone has different scenarios the way they use it, and they look for better ways of doing things. So personally, I find it very valuable in the fact that you can talk to other builders in the industry and how you're using this part of it here, and we'd suggest if we could do that, it'd make it better. So it's a real benefit for all users because different ideas come into it to help grow it and improve it. The CRM, which I know they're just starting to work on now for customer management, will be a fantastic step forward, and that's something that's been missing. It's got the workflow side of things, but it's just needed that front end sales assistant. So yeah, that's really looking good. So. Variations, we always find variations on their own create challenges in a job. So we sat down and analysed what a variation actually is, and we come back with it that it was to us a variation is still a mini job. We produce our jobs and have them all out in the system before we even start on site. So to have a variation in, for us, it's then go back and revisit back to step one. So we build a workflow, purely a variation workflow that then slips into the main workflow. So as a variation is requested, then you've got a new workflow from there, which is purely based on variation and goes through each step of what you've got to do. As you know, with variation, you've got to reorder things, you've got to make changes, you've got to, etc. So that can be it can be challenging and can often create mistakes on site if a variance is not processed in the right way. So yeah, we built that up on our own sort of side of it, just with the workflow. We found it's minimised the challenges. It's always a challenge to a certain degree because it's something new, and people get used to running their own way. What we've always pushed is you need to use the program or the software as a forward planning tool. As soon as you use it as a reaction tool, it's basically just a great filing system. So we've stressed highly with new staff members how to use it and how it must be used. And by doing that and working with them and teaching them, it doesn't take them long before they go, geez, I'd hate to be trying to operate without now. Look, one of the best features on site that we got first up was we actually had to really sit down and analyse our business and how we did workflow, and then create our templates. So it's a bit time consuming at the start, but definitely worth the investment of time. In two ways. One is once you've got it going, you can run with it really well, but also having a good understanding how your workflow works. And that was something we got out of it. We really nutted out step by step predecessors, successes, and how much time. And then by doing that, we found efficiencies that we didn't have before that we could actually create. So yeah, it was that's definitely one of even at such an early stage, awesome investment time to make it work. No, I don't think there's a limit to it. I mean, we're a reasonable sized company where we are, but there's companies 10 times the size of ours using it and growing with it. So yeah, I don't think the size matters with the system. The way it's all based on systems, and every business has straightforward systems and checklists, and just keep adding and adding and adding. So whether you got one job or you got 1,000 jobs, it's the same process. It would be pretty nasty, I reckon. Yeah, no, look, we could operate without it, but not near as efficient as we do. Not near as efficient. You know, our control over our business wouldn't be there that it is now. It's such a great monitoring tool and process-driven tool and QA tool. To take that away and try and replace it with something else, I'd hate the challenge of it, really. So, yeah. Everything that I'd love to see is in the processes. Yeah, the data build gateway, linking with the data build systems, is all there, and the close relationship between data build and companion is developing more and more. So that's good. The CRM, the customer relations management side of it that's starting to come in now, is a big step forward, and it's something we've requested for some time. And the boys are working on getting that through. So, yeah, look, the best thing about it keeps evolving and keeps getting better and better. The user group itself, you know, the guys are here asking questions: what works, what doesn't work, how can we make it better, what do you want? Now, you don't get many, as far as I know, don't get many software developers in that situation. It goes out to their full customers and what do you want? How can we make it better? So that's a really positive side of it. They listen. They take on board and then they keep developing and keep evolving it. So, yeah, no, it's about it.